truly a monumentous occasion. The community has had such a need for a grocery store, and we are very excited to be a hub for the community to offer fresh products, local products, and most importantly, added value for the community. A lot of hard work and a lot of efforts for a lot of individuals and organizations have come together to make this happen. So I'd like to take a moment to thank and appreciate those folks from Cleveland Clinic, Dr. Mahalovic and his team, City Council President Blaine Griffin, Denise Van Leer, Director of the Fairfax Renaissance Development Corporation, Rick Keys, Hank Meyer, the entire Meyer corporate team, the Fairfax community for their unwavering and continued support, and then most importantly to me, my store team. Everyone's efforts, working together, a lot of hard work, a lot of long days, but this store is an absolute beauty, and we're very excited to share it here with the community. The market has been a long time coming, right? The community conversation started back in 2018 with City Council President Griffin and Dr. Mahalovic talking to the residents of the community to identify the needs of the community. And the need for a fresh grocery store was overwhelmingly one of those subjects. So Meyer opened the Bridge Street Market in 2018, and from there, the Fairfax Market was born. Very excited to be a part of the Fairfax community as a true hub again for the community to support with fresh, local, and value products. With that being said, I'd like to hand it over to Hank Meyer.
Thank you, Alan, and welcome distinguished guests and visitors, and most importantly, distinguished customers. We're delighted to have you with us, and Alan, thank you for a warm welcome on a very cold morning. Just a couple of things come to mind. One is, some of you know us as we've expanded in northeastern Ohio, building very large stores. This is a different and relatively newer format for us to have a neighborhood market, and yet at the same time it's coming full circle to the kind of store that my grandfather opened in 1934 in a little town in Michigan. Neighborhood market, serving the people who work across the street, who live upstairs, who live in the neighborhoods that we see outside these windows. We want this to be a neighborhood center and a welcoming place. We also feel excited about this for another reason, and that's that I think we all want to be part of something bigger. And the team that has done a spectacular job putting together this store has come together to create something amazing, but we also recognize that we are part of a Cleveland Clinic community that has visions to do something greater, and a neighborhood in Cleveland, in Ward 6, that has visions to revitalize and to become a better and better place to live and work. And we can play a key part in that. That's an honor and a privilege we take very seriously, and we're just excited to be here. And I'd like to join this morning in welcoming our President and CEO, Rick Keys.
Well, good morning, and this is a very exciting morning. I think I mentioned that this journey started back in 2018, and you think about that, the work and the effort that it has taken to get to this point. There are a lot of happy people in this room today, and a vision that was created and has now come to life for this community. We couldn't be more excited. I get the job of really thanking a lot of very important people that helped to make this possible. And first and foremost, I want to thank the Meyer team. That we've all seen the weather here over the last few days, and to pull this off, the store looks absolutely incredible, and the dedication to make this happen and to create this store is really, truly remarkable. So if we give a round of applause to the Meyer team members, thank you for the great work. You know, we started our journey here in Northeast Ohio a while back, actually, and we had a little bit of a start and stop, and then we've come back with conviction here over the last 5 to 6 years, opening stores throughout the market. But one has really captured our hearts and minds has been this store, and really it ties into our purpose of enriching lives in the communities that we serve. We really see an opportunity to make a difference. Just a tremendous partner in the Cleveland Clinic, and the engagement of the community with City Council President Blaine Griffin, I had the opportunity when we first started this project to walk the neighborhoods together, to talk to the community residents, to talk to Dr. Tom Mihaljevic about the vision here, and it was something that was really contagious for us. So to be here today and to see it come to life is something that we're really, really excited about. You know, above me, you'll see what really this store stands for, which, if you look here, fresh. Behind me, the freshest foods possible. You think about the importance of healthy living and healthy diets and the fresh food that's going to be available for the community. Localization, as you go through this store, you're going to see local products from throughout the community. We really pride ourselves in these stores around bringing our local vendors together and having that available for the community in value. You're going to see tremendous value on the products that are on the shelf here that I think is going to go a long way for the community. So really excited to bring this to life. I want to say a special note of thanks to a couple people, and City Council President Blaine Griffin really has shepherded this project throughout from the beginning to the end, making sure that this was able to come to life and really would not be possible without your support and dedication. So thank you. How about a round of applause for our City Council President? The other person I'd like to mention is Dr. Tom Mihaljevic, and I was really struck by his vision for not just what you're standing in today, but just this broader community and the role that the Cleveland Clinic wants to play and is excited to play in the community. And this would not be possible without the Cleveland Clinic, without their support, standing behind us, working with us. When we first came to Northeast Ohio, we were looking for a partner that aligned with our vision and our purpose of enriching lives in the communities that we serve. And so whether it was through meal programs, the mobile units that we have now in the community, or where we stand today, they are just an exemplar partner that we've had the opportunity to work with, and I think that all stems from the leadership of Dr. Mihaljevic. So thank you to Dr. Mihaljevic and to the Cleveland Clinic. We couldn't have done it without you. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Mihaljevic for a few words. Thank you.
Good morning. I have to say this is a day that we've been all waiting for quite a number of years, and I cannot tell you how personally excited I am that this day has come. And it all started now a little over 5 years ago as Blaine and I walked through the neighborhood, because I reached out to Blaine and I said, Blaine, I would really like to actually get to know the neighborhood and get to understand what neighborhood needs. And this was the greatest learning experience I've had in learning about the needs of our community. And in the meantime, we got to know each other very well. Blaine and I became very good friends. I got to know people from the community, and I can see very many of you here in the audience today. And we quickly identify that the biggest need for Fairfax community, the immediate neighbors to Cleveland Clinic, where Cleveland Clinic resides, is an access to fresh food. It is impossible to have a healthy community without having an access to fresh, healthy food. The next step in our journey from realization what is needed came to the realization that we cannot do it in isolation, but we have to find the right partner. And we are so grateful for Myers Organization for being an absolutely wonderful, loyal, and persistent partner. And just like with anything in life, if you want to do something great, you have to find the right company for the journey. And we have found the right company for the journey. With the support of the City of Cleveland, with Blaine's support, with Myers Organization. I remember when Rick and Vic and I walked this site with the vision of Hank's grandfather, the company that has been really embedded into every community that I've served, and that vision persists today. We have come to the day today when we can really celebrate something meaningful and impactful. So with that, I can not say anything else but really wholeheartedly thank you very much. Thank you for being such a wonderful partner. This is one of those joyous days, great contribution to the city of Cleveland, to our immediate neighborhood. And I would also like to thank our Fairfax Renaissance Development Corporation, Fairmont Properties in the city of Cleveland. All of us have come together. And one thing I know for sure, Blaine and I see each other very often, but probably most frequently we see each other shopping for groceries. So I know that we'll continue to see each other even more often because we will be meeting here. What a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to form friendships, bonds with the community, to see our old friends and make some new friends. So once again, thank you very much. And with that, I'll turn it over to my dear friend, Blaine Griffin.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. And I tell everybody there's three things I know about Tom that we have in common. And one is the greatest basketball team on earth is the Cleveland Cavaliers. We love to shop. I look forward to seeing you and Anya, your lovely wife, in the grocery store. But most of all, that we all love Fairfax and we love this community. And when I thought about what I would say today, all I could think about is we started a pack here. We started out with a partnership, alignment, and collaboration. And it took that from the council and the administration. I do want to acknowledge my colleague, Michael Polisic, who is here today, and he is not going to leave until he tracks one of you down to get one of these in Collinwood, because we do hope this is successful, because in all seriousness, we want to take this brand across the city in underserved markets all throughout town. But we have to make this one successful first. I also want to make sure I mention, Vicki, my great partner, Vicki Eaton Johnson. We could not have done this without her. I just want to acknowledge her. It's people behind the scenes like Vic, and a lot of people don't talk about the work that some people like Vic, who really came up here and unbeknownst to me said, hey, I didn't visited every grocery store in the neighborhood to do market research, and really took his time to really give a good opinion to the owners, so appreciate it. And definitely want to thank Hank and Rick. Rick is right, we had an opportunity to walk the neighborhood, and myself, and I want to acknowledge Denise Van Leer as well, who's the president and CEO of Fairfax. We got a chance to walk the neighborhood, and the most important partner that we got a chance to talk to are the residents. And I want to point out two residents specifically who made an ultimate sacrifice: a 67-year-old homeowner in Renee Davis and a 70-year-old homeowner in Vern Daniels, that actually sacrificed their heritage of this neighborhood. They still live in the neighborhood thanks to the development team and also everybody pulling together to make sure that they stayed in this neighborhood and actually have great homes. I got a chance to visit, but that sacrifice was important, as well as all of the partners with Fairmont, the President's Council, and everybody else who contributed to this. Cleveland City Council's most important priority is taking care of the people of the city. And today is one of those priority days that we feel good about the city of Cleveland. As council president and representative for this neighborhood, I'm proud and excited about what the opening of this market means to legacy residents, potential new residents, and the thousands of workers that you see pour into our neighborhoods every day. I often tell people when they say, what do you want to see as a legacy when you're done in this job? And it is going to be my dream to be in one of these checkout lines, listening to a conversation with a legacy resident like Ms. Davis or Ms. Daniels, talking with one of the new workers that are renting one of these apartments, and talking about how Fairfax used to be and how Fairfax is today, and saying, that's just like we remember it, and that's just how we want it to be. Grocery stores, a thriving neighborhood, people living and working in it every day. Council invested nearly $11 million into this project in order for it to become to fruition. These include $9 million from the housing and urban development loans, and I know we have several members of the administration here today, Chief Jeff Epstein, and as well as Tom McNair, the Director of Economic Development. And we also use $1.5 million in urban development action loans, and then out of my council discretionary dollars, we put $200,000 in order to make sure that the traffic patterns didn't disrupt the neighborhood and that they made it available for Meyer to be able to have sharp deliveries in a timely manner on a daily basis. Whenever we invest resources into a development like this in the city, it is a priority for us to make sure that the residents get a good return on their investment. And ladies and gentlemen, I am excited to see that we are getting a tangible return on our investment. This is what I call a triple bottom line investment. It hits a social need, it hits an environmental need by addressing food security, and yes, it has put people to work, so it hits an economic development need. I've always asked Tom, when we first met, I had 3 things that I really wanted to work with Cleveland Clinic to do. First and foremost, do what you do best. Promote health and work with us to make a healthy community. Number 2, we want to make sure that we have access to some of the jobs, and he's done that and worked closely with the community to make sure that anybody in this neighborhood can have an opportunity to work at Cleveland Clinic in places like Fairfax. Last but not least, fair and equitable development. This, ladies and gentlemen, represents all 3 of those things. It's not every day that we see grocery stores opening up in the city. As a matter of fact, many brand names and many of not just grocery stores, but Fortune 500 companies are fleeing from the city of Cleveland. But Meyer seen fit to come and run to this neighborhood, and we're forever thankful. Welcome to the neighborhood. We look forward to the partnership. Please make sure you call on us. Let's make sure we do what's important and support this grocery store, shop here, make sure that they feel welcome as a neighbor. And most of all, let's show them how great Fairfax and Cleveland is as a great addition to this great city. Thank you so much and appreciate your time coming here. And how could I forget that the most important role that I had is to really bring up my partner, the person who I rely on to really help me be in tune with the neighborhood's needs every day and work on the development side, my good friend, Denise Van Leer.
Good morning. This is a great day, long journey, and I'm so excited to see this happen here today. It's walkable, it's fresh, it's healthy, people got jobs, and something that really strikes me is there is a resident that lives in Fairfax that has her products in this store. I so am excited about that, and I'm just gonna give her a shameless plug. Calhoun Naturals. I don't see her, but I'm giving her a plug. Anyway, we envision this neighborhood as a walkable neighborhood, diverse, mixed income, because that's what it used to be. And our goal was to get back to that. So this store represents really the first big anchor project that we plan to do to fulfill that vision. And I'm gonna shout out Ms. Davis and Ms. Daniels again, because what Blaine didn't say is that they both left their homes that they had lived in for decades, family homes, so this store could be possible. So thank you, ladies, again for that. And thank you to Cleveland Clinic, Dr. Mahalovic, Vicky, my friend, and also to Meyer for your philosophy, because you really do get community, and I appreciate that. A lot of people don't. And just so glad to be here, and I will be here every week, so yeah, I'll be here, starting today. Thank you.
While the Fairfax market is not a typical Myers supercenter, that philosophy of supporting the community exists here at the Fairfax market. So today, I'm pleased to announce a $15,000 donation to the Fairfax Rec Center. And I'd like to welcome up Ryan Allen, Director of the Fairfax Rec Center. Fairfax Market and Meijer are committed to servicing the communities where our team members live and work. And as a part of the Fairfax community, our commitment is to continue to serve the community by having fresh products, local products, at affordable prices, and working with amazing organizations like the Fairfax Rec Center and countless others. So with all that being said, and thank you to everyone again for coming out, let's get to the main event. Let's cut this ribbon, right? How about it? Let's go.
Your fingers are stuck. There you go. Okay, for you. Hank needs one. Vicky needs one. We're whistling. And Jeff Jeff, yes.
Oh, Jeff has
He's got some, I think. That is up to you. How many extras do you have?
Okay, this is going to be the audience participation part of the ribbon cutting ceremony. So we need everybody's assistance. We're going to count down from 5, then we're going to say, cut that ribbon. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cut that ribbon.
Thank you, everyone, again. Now let's go shopping.